Hey, welcome to the Backwoods Gourmet. Today we're going to be cooking with the Lodge Cook It All, and we're going to cook a Mountain Men breakfast recipe right out of the tips and tricks cookbook guide that comes with that unit. So y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, so I was looking through the guide that comes with the Cook It All, and I noticed that, one of the fuel sources it's designed to work with is propane. We got that covered over here with our Concord double burner propane stove. So I think we're going to try to use that today because, we've had mixed success so far using the Cook It All with charcoal for sure. So if you want to see that whole series, Cooking with the Lodge Cook It All, I'll leave you a card right up there. All right, folks, here's the things you're going to need to make this dish. You're going to need some eggs. Their list over here is pretty basic, so we jazz this up a bit. So we're going to put some diced mushrooms. We got an onion. We have bacon. We got 2 colors of bell peppers. We got some diced red potatoes, and I have a little bit of, grated Monterey Jack cheese, and then I have some smoked sausage. Also, as a little bonus for today, I'm going to show you a great product the people over at Michelangelo sent me. This is a Damascus steel chef's knife from Japanese Damascus steel, and the knife is made in Germany. I've tried this out, and believe me, it is sharp. So let's take a quick look at the knife. When you get it, it comes in this box, and it's got a magnetic flap on it. And it's open at the end, so it's easy to open it up. It's got that magnet that pulls it closed. You're going to want to save this box, okay? You don't want to toss a knife like this in your drawer. All right, let's take a quick look at it. It's a beautiful straight-handled chef's knife. It's just the right size for me. And if you look at it closely, you can see those striations in that blade. That's all the layers of steel that have been folded over onto each other around a carbon steel core. It is a really pretty knife, and you're going to see it in action in just about a second. Okay, we're going to go ahead and prep our ingredients. I told you this knife is sharp. It's so sharp, I'm going to go ahead and protect my left hand, since I cut right-handed, with the Gin brand cut-resistant gloves. These are a level 5 cut resistance, just like you use in the professional restaurants. So we want to dice our sausage, which you're going to need a sharp knife to do that with. I'm going to try to cut it twice lengthwise, and then back again. Doesn't have to be gorgeous. You're going to have little crooks in your sausage, but we want to get it down to reasonably small slices. So that it cooks evenly with the rest of the dish. The straight ones are a lot easier. And that knife just glides through them. Next we need potatoes. I've diced a bunch of those already, the little reds. And I'll show you real quick how we do that. Just take about a 1/2-inch slice. This knife almost falls through this potato. I mean, it's that sharp. We cut them in 4 slices, come back the other way, cut them 4 slices again, and then it's just a matter of dicing right across. If you hold it all together, they just come right off. You can dump them right in your bowl, right off the knife, just like that. You see how they're perfectly diced. So I know you guys hear me talk a lot about our Amazon store and links and where you can buy products. I want to be clear right now. None of the companies that we tell you about pay us a dime to talk about their products here at the Backwoods Gourmet Show. The folks like people at Michelangelo did send us the knife. and let us make our own opinion about it. One thing I wanted to tell you about a Damascus steel knife: it is not rust proof. Okay, it is sharp like many other carbon steel knives. So I'm going to use a little of our Corona Duché cast iron oil, which is coconut oil, and I'm just going to put a couple drops on it and give it a wipe with a clean paper towel on both sides before we put it back in the box that it came with. You want to get all the metal parts of it too. Okay, that way it'll be perfect the next time you're ready to use it. So we got all of our ingredients ready. Let's go get that Lodge Cook It All up on the Concord double burner propane stove and get her hot. All right, so our pan has got a little bit of smoke coming up. First thing we're going to do is just dump in our chopped bacon. This is following the technique outlined in the tips and tricks for the Lodge Cook It All. And it's a good standard practice to start out cast iron with bacon. Our friend bacon. So now that our bacon has gotten started to render out some of its fat, I'm going ahead and dump in my sausage because I want it to render a little bit too. And we're going to cook this about 3/4 of the way through. Then we're going to take it out and drain on a paper towel. Alright, these are starting to get a little brownness on them. They are sticking pretty bad. I seasoned this thing 3 times already, but anybody who knows anything about cast iron knows that these Lodge pans, they take a while to build up a good seasoning. I'm going to go in with our onion now. That was 1 medium diced sweet Vidalia onion. I want to start getting a little color on those onions too. And then we'll throw a little bit of magic in there with it. So here's our trick for making potatoes awesome. Give that suckers a squeeze of half a lime now. It's going to add a little moisture to them. They're about half cooked right now. About half cooked. I'm squeezing that really good, even letting some of that pulp from inside get right down in those potatoes. And that really smells awesome. And here, just to raise up the pond a little bit, I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of water. Give that just a little stir down to the middle to facilitate the cooking here. Then we're going to go ahead and put the cover to the Lodge Cook It All right on top. It won't take long now. Okay, it's been about 2-3 minutes. We go ahead and grab our lid off of here. Add the rest of our ingredients. We don't want to cook our potatoes until they're mush. They're looking pretty good. Almost done. There's our bell pepper, mushrooms, and back in with our meat. Stir that all together. Here we don't want to stir it a whole lot. We want to kind of make a nice little mound. Now, if you're doing more of this, you know, you're gonna have to keep it moving from the outside to in, because like I said, a lot hotter in the center than it is anywhere else. Lid back on. Give it another few minutes. All right, guys, it's been a couple minutes. We just wanted enough time to cook our mushrooms and our peppers there. So now, still following the guides, it says crack a couple eggs over the top of this. And you've seen us, if you watch this channel a little enough, you've seen us do this before. We'll see how many we can get on that pile. Probably get a couple more. These are fresh right from our chickens, and there ain't no better egg than the ones you've grown yourself, raised your birds and taken care of them, kept them happy and kept them laying. You hear that noise in the background, a little squeaking. That's him out there hitting that feeder right now. So before we close that up, another little hit of Seminole Swamp seasoning right over the top. Awesome on eggs. And we'll put the lid back on and cook them till they're about over medium. All right, guys, like 2.5 minutes. Go ahead and take the lid off, check on our eggs. You want to stop these a little sooner than what you think you should, and give them a little poke test, because they're going to keep cooking in this big piece of iron for a minute. So let's go ahead and pull them jokers off of there right now. All right, guys, time for the plate. I know you might be saying, hey, where's that cheese? Well, it's right here, and it's going right on our plate. And then we're going to put our Mountain Man hash right on top of it. Let's go in and see if we can get any of this out. Right there. A little more, just a little cheese right on the top, right on the plate. There you go. That's the Lodge Cook It All Mountain Man hash. Let's go in and take a look, see how we did. Looks really good. Some cheese, a little bit of egg. You want some, I know you do. So you guys are always wanting us to taste our food. You've seen it there just a second ago. Give it a try. That is a hearty breakfast, fit for a mountain man, or you. So some of you guys are saying, hey, I could have made that in a Dutch oven or an iron skillet. Absolutely. Last time we did it in this old Griswold with a Lodge 12-inch lid on it. Works awesome any way you do it, but get out and do it. So the Lodge Cook It All working over the propane burner did a little better than it does on charcoal. At least we were able to maintain the heat constantly the whole time. But that ring that holds it up off whatever you're standing it on concentrates the heat from the propane right in the center of the pan. I'll tell you, breakfast was really great, and it's no better way to spend your morning than to be outside, doing it out here on some cast iron. So if you like what we're doing, please hit that like button right down there. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel and ring that little bell if you do, you can do it right here. To see another great Backwoods Gourmet video, it's going to be right up there. And for a whole playlist of cooking with the Lodge Cook It All, it's going to be right up there. We'll see you next time.